folks, this is Susie. I wanted to talk to you about the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Stampin' Up is coming out with this new stamp cut and emboss machine September 1st. And as a demonstrator, I already have it. I've had it for several weeks now. Because as demonstrators, we get to order things ahead of time to experiment and learn about them. So, but I wanted to talk about this. It's on page 170 in the annual catalog. And so I just want to show you what it is, what it looks like, because I know several of you had mentioned you are interested in it. So we'll just move this out of the way. And here it is. Little compact, isn't it there? Let's open it up here. But here you can see the emblem. When it comes in the box, it's very well packed. It comes as one unit like this. And then in the box is the handle. They give you a screw and an Allen wrench, and you put the screw and a washer in there and you screw it in. So let's go ahead and open it up. As you can hear, it's pretty solid. It is now down, and it is, somebody might be asking how big it is. Let me see. Well, there's a 6-inch ruler, so it's 6 inches that will go through there. So, also in the package is a bundle like this that comes with it. And it has a plate number 1, which is the base plate. And the nice thing about this die cut machine is that it's low tech. It has a very easy learning curve of how to use it. It doesn't take electricity. And right here are your instructions. Here are the plates you need to run a die through and cut a die. This right here is the visual example of how to run an embossing folder through. And this is how you would run a 3D or a thicker embossing folder. And I'm going to show you how to cut a die and how to do a 3D embossing folder. So these numbers all correspond to these. So here's 1, which is our base plate. Here's number 2, which is we would be using for dies. Here are our 2 number 3s, which are the cutting plates. And there is number 4 for the 3D embossing folder. We'll put that to the side right now. We will put down number 1, which is our base plate. We will put down number 2, and we are ready, and we will put down number 3. So one of our cutting pads will go in there. Now what I'm going to do is use a die from the Celebrate Sunflowers bundle. I'm actually going to cut this large sunflower here, and this actually cuts that out. Well, actually, this one would cut this one out. I'm wrong. And this, you'll see what it does, but it gives you a really nice effect. But these dies, just the way I store them, I put let me see, it's a magnetic sheet, and I just adhere it in there. So I keep my dies with my stamps. So we'll get that out of the way. I'm going to use a piece of crushed curry. The die, as you can see, this is the cutting side, and that's the flat side. So we're going to put the cutting side down on the paper, which makes sense. We're going to put it right there. We're going to put our number 3. As you can see, I've been cutting already. And it is normal for cutting plates to be marked up like this. And it's okay that they get warped. The thing is, it's good just to rotate them occasionally, flip them up and down, so that you don't always do it the same way. And that way it wears differently on here. So I'm just going to run this one through this way. Oh, see, I moved my die. There we go. So I'll just put it there. You can stack them all up. You can have them all directly together at the end. Or here you can see, I'll scoot this over a little bit. You can see I've got it hanging out, and that's okay. It won't hurt anything. But I push to where there's tension. I start rolling. And then I like to just put my hand on it just for stability. And I'm just going to roll this through. And you heard a cracking noise, and that is totally fine. It will crack, it will groan, and that's just part of it. So let's get this off. So here is my die. Okay, we'll put it down here. And there we go. It pulls out, and look at that. They just all fall out. And this is what is so neat about this particular bundle that we're going to do the class September 28th on. This looks so neat over another sunflower. And you wouldn't, and it just looks gorgeous, I think. So here's a die, and I wanted to show you how to use a 3D folder. Now, if we look back here at the instructions, what we need 1 and 4 is all we need. Well, there's our 1. Let me get a folder here. The way you know it's a 3D folder is it says it. Here is the Evergreen Forest 3D embossing folder. Now, a regular one or a thinner one is an example of this winter snow. You can see there's no 3D there. So that's what tells you what you need. So the nice thing about Stampin' Up! Is I like how they give you a line to straighten it up. And where the words are, this is the emboss side. This is the deboss side. I'll show you what I mean. So I could run it through like that if I wanted a portrait card. But you know, I'm going to do a landscape. So I'm going to turn it. And once again, I'm going to line it up because I want it straight. And I'm going to scoot it up because I'm going to be putting, I'm going to put a sentiment up here potentially. So now, the key thing on any embossing folder is to run it through with the hinge first. What it does, that way it doesn't put as much pressure. If you run it through with the open ends first, it's going to put a lot of pressure here on the end. And we don't want to do that because what it may do is crack and totally split it open. So here's the hinge. We're going to lay it on here. We're going to use our number 4 and just put it on top. Okay, push to where there's some tension. It's got some tension, so I'm just going to roll it through. There you go. Once again, you heard some noise and it jerked a little bit, and that's just part of it. So when we look at that, once again, I said this is the emboss side. So when I open it up, what you see is it's raised, it's embossed. Now, the other side is the deboss. It all goes down. I look at the deboss as D for down. It goes down. And E, it's actually raised up. So this is how you would run this folder. So, any questions on this? Now, if I was done, what I could do is ready to store it, fold it back up, and it's ready to go. Like I said, this is on page 170 of the annual catalog. It is $120, so it is an investment. I understand that. A couple ways that you could potentially save some money is one thing. There's a way you can purchase it for $99, and that's just if you join Stampin' Up! But I can talk to you, give you details about that. But that would be one way of you would be able to get it. You would pay $99. And then you also, in September, there's going to be some really sweet deals. But I'll talk about that later. So that's one way. Another way if you have several friends that like to craft with you, whether scrapbooking or cards or any type of paper crafting, and maybe they're willing to help you out and you host a party, whether it's on Facebook, you do a face-to-face, or I can help you virtually, however you want to do it. And if they put some orders in, once you're over $150 party, then there are Stampin' Rewards, host rewards, and you can put that towards this. That would save you some money. So any questions, just give me a holler. It is available September 1st. So once again, this is Susie, and thanks so much, guys. Take care.